Hey guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I am working on my 100 days of Tina's mask makes. If you're just joining me, I am going through all of Tina's mask makes. She does one a week for 100 weeks, and I'm doing them in 100 days. So today is day 17. And we are making Flippy Pads. So like this, right? Little Flippy Pads. As you can see, I've got a lot of scraps here. I have some book pages back here that we might use for some pages. I've got some actual pages from Flippy Pads here. And I've got some calendar page. So let's throw a few of these together and see where we get. I think that there are lots of options with these, so we're going to go through and we're going to make a couple. I have some already made because if I'm going to be honest with you, I started filming this video already once and my camera was not cooperating with me, so I ended up having to trash the video and start over. So we are in the start over mode, and I am going to we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to make a couple of these, and then I have some that I've already made, and we're going to try and decorate some. And when I say decorate, I mean to some extent. We're not like, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of, this is a lot of white. It gets a little less white as you come up, but that back page is definitely a lot of white. That's okay. You know what? For one of the decorations I want to do, I think this will be all right, and I think I'm not going to add a lot of color. We're going to make this one pretty... I'm going to take this out of here. We'll use this maybe. Maybe not. That might be too wide. Let's try something else. Oh, I could use one of these. That might be good. Might be fun to add a pop of color with just that tree. And then something in between, because that goes straight from... maybe something like this. Okay, so the basic idea, of course, behind these is you get a bunch of your scraps of... Now, of course, if you don't have scraps, you can obviously use whatever papers are available to you and tear them down. I actually have some whole sheets here. I've got Flippy Pad sheets. So these are coffee dyed pages out of other pads that I brought along to use. I have a calendar page here. And like I said, I have down under here, I have book pages that have these sides that are white. And then I have, where'd that one go? And then I have pages like this where it's the title page and you've got this spot at the top, which maybe we'll take that. And I think that'll be it for this one. Because I think as it is, I'm going to be... I think I'm going to be tearing this down, so... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in here. And I'm going to staple it together. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. And then when I go to decorate it, I'll show you why I'm going to be... We'll tear it down when I go to decorate it because I know what I want to do with this one. Okay, so like I said, all kinds of things you can use. So in this one, we've got some book page, some flippy paper, some coffee dyed paper, some calendar paper. We got all kinds of stuff in that one. Okay, I also have these Flippy Pads, which are really cool because if you take these and you tear off the top part, And I usually tear this down here, the branding strip. It's like a branding strip. It's got the copyright and the company or the person name or whatever on there. So I take from these, and I usually turn it upside down because I like that button at the top. And we have one of these. I can take this one and tear. Now, of course, if you want the flowers on your pad, you can leave them. What I have discovered is these little pieces here, if you mess with them and get them the way you want them, they make good decorations on other things. But you could, of course, leave it on there. So if I wanted to, I could tear below the Think Spring. So I have some flowers up there. And then when I tear this off down here, I still have flowers at the top and bottom. So we have those to work with. I'm going to put this out of the way. We're going to get some of this back out because I've got some yellow in this. Let's get this out because we have that longer one. And we'll put this with this. And I think we'll fold it over like that. I do like the sides to be, I'm doing the fold and tear on the sides because I like the sides to be a little straighter. I have a few where I tore down the sides and made them all jaggedy. I'm not sure I like the sides being like that. So take that off of there and we'll put this on here like that. Okay. And then maybe we'll put something in between. See what else I've got over here. Oh, maybe we could put one of these in between. Is this again going to be something I need to make more narrow? Yeah. And I'm probably not going to keep the bird on the bottom, although I could. Just as another little pop of something. So, of course, you would make these however, if you don't mind the torn sides, I can give you an example. I have this one where I've torn that's torn on the side. If you don't mind the torn sides, then, you know. Okay, I'm going to put that between here. So we'll go like this. And like that. I've been making them around 4 pages. Sometimes I get a little overambitious and do 5. But for the most part, I've been doing around 4 pages. So we're going to go ahead and staple this one. I'm going to staple this a little higher. We're going to go ahead and staple this one. And that's that one done for the most part. Okay. And then we have these ones that are a little shorter. Now I can put some of this with it. Might actually be able to put it on the front like that. Okay, so we've got that. And then, what else? Maybe some blue. Let me see, I got blue. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I don't think it's anything that's hurting the paper. I'm just going to fold this over a little. Oh, that's torn there, so we'll get it at the tear. Okay, so again, if you've been keeping up with me, you know that I film these ahead. Well, I was trying to give myself space, right? So that if I needed to be away or I wasn't going to be able to film or I couldn't get to my craft room, whatever my reasoning, I was giving myself some space so that I would have a little bit of wiggle room. Well, guess what? Knowing that I had that wiggle room, I caught up to myself. So now I am I'm going to put this one. Now I am all caught up to myself. I've only got a couple of days. I'm only a couple of days ahead of myself as far as putting the videos up. It's the holidays, guys. I don't know why I thought I was going to be able to keep up, but I'm trying. So I do apologize if my 100 days gets a gap in it somewhere. I'm trying to do 100 days in a row. I'm going to staple that over close just because that was flipping up. Okay. So that's another one. And this we would tear off even. So I'm going to just, or at least close to even. I'm just going to tear that off there. And there we have another one of those. And then we'll do this one. I think I might put this on the front. Like that. Okay. And then maybe we'll do I've got this. What if I did a piece of this? Do that back there. Yeah, that's a good size. And then I have maybe I'll do it this way. Make it a little wider. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. I'll take this off of here and I'll turn it this way. You can write on the light green. And the dark green will just be dark green. And I'm going to put that on the back. Okay. And we'll staple that. Now, oh, let's not staple them backwards, shall we? That's definitely going to have to get covered up. Okay. All right. So now that we've basically gone through and made a few flippy pads and you get the idea, right? You just kind of... Now, some suggestions for decorating. For this one, I put a little strip of wallpaper over the staples and then I glued down a piece of lace and a button. And then this is ready to glue down. I would glue this in somewhere because it's got the open staples, or I would cover the back. That's just me with the staples. So that's an idea for... And then for this one, I took a little piece of wallpaper and just folded it over and glued it down on both sides. So it like pinched it between. And you've got a little flippy pad. And this one could just go in a pocket because I've covered all the staples and there's nothing to catch or anything. So you could just stick that in a pocket and it could be removable. All right, so let's take a look at some of these other ones that we have and see where we could go with these decorations. So I'm going to tear this short. We're going to tear this off so that everything's kind of even. Okay. And then the other thing you can do is you can trim up here. Now that you've stapled it, you can trim this off closer to your staples. Okay. So we can do that. I'll put my trash there and I'll collect it in a minute. And then we would just find something to top this with. So I was digging around before in my wallpaper bin. The other thing you could do is these things that I cut off of here, you could take one of these and fold it around your pad like that. So that would be another fold around idea. That goes too far down. I don't think I want to do that. This is crazy, guys. Got some pink. Wait, did that go? Oh, look, more wallpaper. I like wallpaper. So let's put we'll put wallpaper on here. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. And I might do this on a couple of them. Where did I put that? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of this right under the staples. Like this. So we're going to go right under the staples. just like that. It's got a topper on it, I guess. It's got a I don't know what you call it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this over like that. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I'm going to put glue across the staples and then across the cloth. And then we're going to glue this on here like that. All right, we might do this to a couple of them, guys. I really like that. Okay, and then we're going to glue back here. We're just going to fold it over and push it down on the back. And then my staple, again, my staples are all covered up. And we'll just trim the edges, and you've got there we go. Oh, that's adorable. And again, I like buttons. This would be totally up to you as to whether or not you would want to put a button on here, but you could, of course, put a button on here. So we're going to put this little guy on here. And there we have it. How cute is that? And it just got a few pieces of paper here you can write on, and adorable. All right, let's get some more done. Okay, so we did that one like that, and we did, okay, so that's those. I think I wanted to do, I don't know what I want to do with that one yet. I think I wanted to do this paper on here. Oh, let's do this one so I don't lose that. Okay, so we're going to go like this. I might do the lace again, because I feel like that's kind of lacy looking. Okay. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cut up like this. Okay. And we'll put this, that's a scrap. We could use it for something else later. I'm going to get the lace again, which fell down here at my feet. And we're going to put some more of this on here. So we're going to go right up under the staples. I'm trying to decide if that has a back. I think it goes this way, actually. Okay, so we're going to go right up under the staples. And no, of course, you don't have to do the same thing to all your pads. I just really like this lace, the way this is turning out. So I'm running with it. It's very rarely that oh, you know what? We're going to clip this. I'm going to make rounded corners on here. Okay. And then we'll glue that down on there. So we'll go, oh, you know what I do want to do? I want to trim. The other thing that makes these easier to fold over, of course, is if you have a flatter edge up here. So if you have a flatter edge up there, you know, and you can trim everything even now that it's stapled, it helps. So we're going to go over the staples again, and then over the fabric. And I'm trying to do this before my hot glue dries. Okay. All right, now obviously you don't have to keep all of this. I just happen to have this much. So we're going to fold that down like that. And we'll cut it off because we don't need it all. It's a little crooked. But, you know, like I've said, my eyeballs are crooked. So most stuff I do is crooked. It's just the nature of my eyeballs. Okay, so we'll get that. We're going to cut this off. And we're going to cut this off. And there we go. That's really cute. Okay, so I don't know that I'll use that again, but I might. I'm not going to totally discount it. I do have some other ones, but they're not like close at hand, and I don't want to go rummaging too far. If I have a smaller one, I might use that. I have this one little small scrap. So if we have a small one that could use a piece, maybe we'll use that. I do have a scrap bucket behind me if I need to go hunting. And I wanted to put... Okay, I think I found it. Maybe? I can't decide if this is what I was thinking or not. No. I don't like that. Even upside down, I don't like it. Well, let me turn it right side out and see. No. Okay. I was thinking, because that paper edge, I was just thinking maybe I could put something on there, but I don't, it doesn't need it. I just was, you know, messing around. Short of going into my button box and getting something new, I don't have anything that I would necessarily put on there. Is that crooked? That is crooked. And that had to be how I stapled it when I first did it. You know, we had a good lead on this, and you know me, I can ruin a good lead. I don't know if I want to put that on there or not. You know what would look really cute? Oh, guys, if I threaded some cording and stuff through there and then tied a bow and then stuck it on there. How cute would that be? Okay, I'm going to set that one to the side, and I might get my cording at the end if we have time. Okay, let me see how far we get and how much we get done. Okay, so for this one, what I wanted to do, and I thought it would be really neat. Ooh. Might have to tear. Okay, let's tear all this stuff off at the bottom. Make this a little shorter. Okay, and then the idea would be let's bring them over from that side. To bring the bees over the top. And then you would have a back on the pad. Okay, I want to see something real quick. So I'm going to go to 1, 2.5. I know, just what you thought you weren't going to have to see me do, because mostly we're doing tearing and all of that. But I want to get this one cut properly so that I can put this back on here correctly. We're going to do 2.5. I'm pretty sure this will be the only thing I cut like this. And I don't know where my rolling cutter is, so we're just going to use this because it's here. Okay, now we're going to put some, I'm going to trim this at the top. Again, one of the things that the trimming at the top does is make it easier for you to fold over your paper if you're folding over paper. So we're going to put glue here. I don't necessarily want it to be, I want it to be separate from the back thing. You can still write back there. Okay, and then we're going to glue that down. Should I round it? I'm going to round it. Let's bring it up. So you can bring this over from the front. I'm going to do like we do with a bank, with a coin envelope overlaps. I'm going to do up there and across there, and then we're going to just fold it down. Okay. Okay. And there we have another one. All decorated up and ready to go. This could go in a pocket. I'm going to cut, it doesn't need to be that much longer than the pad. I'm going to cut across the bottom, probably not straight, but you know, it's a scrappy flip pad, so I'm not as worried about it on this. I got to have some excuse, guys. Okay, the other thing you can do is I've got a kind of a big one here. You can make your paper the front of the pad. So if you had a decorative piece of paper like that, and I would even go so far as to leave a little bit of my scrappy pad hanging out the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to fold this over. I think I've already cut the top of this one. I'm going to fold that over, and I'm going to glue this first. I'm going to glue along here. Again, and along, uh-oh. Come on, just give me, are you going to be enough? I think I got it. I think that was just enough. I need a stick. But I had already started gluing. I was like, you can't do that to me. Okay. It can. It did. All right. And then on the front, I'm going to clip the corners. I just like the rounded corners. I think they look finished. And of course, you can go either way with this. So this pad, it's got lines on that side, but I mean, it's a scrap pad. So if you wanted to, you could make that your front. But I liked this, and I thought it would be kind of cool to have a thing in the front, and plus that's dyed on the back. So, and then if you wanted to, this is the front of your pad, so it's up to you. You could glue over your staples. If you don't want to, then the opportunity is there for you to put something else across your staples. So let me see. Oh, you know what? I had something earlier, and I discarded it because it didn't go with what I was doing, but it would look really cute in here. Okay. I don't want, I do my scissors. I actually hid them with the Flippy Pad. This is going to be a rough one, guys. Okay, I'm pretty sure I don't need that much. I hope I didn't just cut that short. I did. I just cut that short. It covers all the staples, though. Adds a pop of color. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do like that. Off to one side. And we're going to do, or we're going to bring this down. Off to one side. That is cut not straight. And we're going to take a piece of this. That's not wide enough, but we can go. That's also not straight. Okay, we're going to try something here. I'm going to do a little cluster decoration at the top of this one. So I'm going to cut right along the dotted line. I'm going to make this a little thinner. Oh, and so not straight. Oh my gosh. I'm awful at this straight cutting thing. I don't think it needs to be that thick. And you know what? I want to give it texture. We are going to, let me see. Not stamps. Mini pinking. Okay, so we're going to cut little. If you thought I couldn't cut straight with regular scissors, wait till you see this. Okay, so we're just going to go. I've been amiss. So how's everybody doing? Around here, like I had said earlier, it is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I was in the grocery store earlier. Can I just tell you, it was a madhouse. I mean, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Everybody's in there getting their various unsundry necessities to do their Thanksgiving feasts, and it was crazy. Just really, really crazy. Okay, I'm not going to use... And my youngest daughter was with me. She wants to help with Thanksgiving dinner this year. She has volunteered to make pie, homemade. So she likes to bake. She's interested in other kinds of cooking, so she's going to help me with dinner. But she made pies for my dad for his birthday, and they turned out really good. They were a hit. She made 2, his favorites, and she volunteered to make the pies or the pie. We're only going to do one. My family doesn't, we make desserts in my family. And somehow they end up not getting eaten. This is not straight and I'm going to mess it up even worse, but it's bugging me. So maybe it'll bug me less. Probably not, but so yeah, she's doing that, and I say only one pie because we make desserts. I've made desserts in past Thanksgivings, and everybody has a little bit of everything on the night of, and then nobody eats leftover desserts in my house. Is that weird? Does anybody else have that problem? I feel like the one thing that goes really easy after Thanksgiving, I would think it would be the desserts, but apparently in my family that's not the case. And it drives me crazy. So I told her this year, I said, we're going to pick a pie. And that's what we're going to make. I said, we're not making multiples because they just don't get eaten. So, okay. So we covered up the staples, and you don't have to glue the flap down. And the flap in this case, can be written on. I am going to refold it though, because it seems to be rather crooked. All right, so that's another one done. How many have I done so far? Got quite a few done. Oh, I've still got a pile of them here. All right, well, we're working our way through. Let's see. I'm actually going to set this one over to the side because I don't know what I want to do with it. I do know what I want to do with this one. Oh, I have 2 with that. Ah, wait, I have several. Ah! Okay, well, we'll try. We might not get them all decorated, but I think we made a good faith effort to get some decorated. Now, if you remember correctly, back a few weeks ago, or a few days ago in my case, well, it might have still been a couple of weeks. Matchbooks was like one of the first couple of videos we made matchbooks. Remember the matchbooks? Tuck it in the bottom, looks like a matchbook. Okay, my thought for these was you could stick a Flippy Pad in a matchbook. Okay? I'm just going to tear this off so that it fits in the matchbook. I'd have to tear off a little more. This is going to be a really short Flippy Pad, guys. But it's still a Flippy Pad. And I'd stick it right in here like this. Hopefully. And then hopefully, let me see if I can get this under here. I might have to trim that one little spot on the pad. Okay, and then your pad would be in here. So let's go ahead and put this one down inside this matchbook. And again, I might have to take just this little bit right here. Okay. And then you tuck your matchbook closed and your, uh-oh. Darn it. I should have trimmed it. I don't know if I still can. Let's see. Oh, helps if I don't bury my scissors. All right, guys. I put it in. I'm trying not to cut the fold on my matchbook. I suppose I could just refold my matchbook. Let's tuck it under here and then... There should still be enough to hold it. So I'll refold the matchbook up there. Okay, it didn't refold it by a lot. Okay, and then you have a little matchbook with a flippy pad inside of it. I think that's a good idea. Again, you could decorate your staples. I would probably decorate it with a strip of that if I had any, and I don't know if I do. I do not. But the idea still being, you'd take a strip of paper and stick it across there, and you could cover up your staples. It doesn't have to be paper either. I mean, you could put a piece of fabric. I've been doing wallpaper. You could, you know, whatever you want to stick across there to kind of cover up all your staples. Like maybe I put this across there. Maybe I tear it first because it's awfully thick. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, just from the end to end on the staples. And I put it right there. No muss, no fuss, and there you go. And then you close up your little pad in your book, and you've got one of your matchbooks, and you've got a little flippy pad in it. So that's a thought for using a couple of the things that we've made. Let me see. I had one of these. This one. I was going to put this yellow on top. Let me cut that off of there. I'm just going to be really fast. But do I want to put the... Let's trim. I think this will be the last one we decorate, guys. I gave you all the ideas that I could think of. And I think that these are turning out really cute. I'm really liking the this stuff. So under the staples, make sure I get it right way around. Remember that I'm working with hot glue and it doesn't stay hot forever. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off before I... Okay, and then we'll get rid of this. Okay, and then I'm going to put this over it. So we'll go across the staples and then across the top of my lace. And we'll put this down on here, like so. I know you have an edge there of the paper or whatever, but I really like the fact that you can tuck that up under that top piece. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this off even. And over here I can cut it off even. And then we'll fold it over the back. Okay. And we'll go cross top here. And cross staples here. And down it goes. And again, my staples are all nice and concealed. And I have an adorable little flippy pad ready to... There you have it. So, again, I hope you guys like this and that you're enjoying my run through of Tina's Mass Makes. Been wanting to do it forever. Really glad that we had this opportunity to kind of take this and go with it. These were some ideas for decorating them. So yeah, pull out all your scraps and make some scrappy pads and put them in your stash, and there you go. You got stuff ready to stuff in little journal pockets or glue on pages or whatever you want to do with them, guys. And I will see you tomorrow with day 18. Bye-bye.